Hey guys, I want to show you guys how I make my scrumptious deliciosos eggs. Scrambled eggs. I love scrambled eggs for breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner. My son says when we have breakfast for dinner, he calls it brunch inner. Is that a thing? Anyway, let's get into these scrumptious eggs. Okay, a couple of other items that you're going to need is a good spatula. I happen to be using a wooden one, but you can also use a plastic one if you have plastic. And a good non-stick pan. So this one happens to be a non-Teflon coated pan. And I'll have it linked below if you're interested in this one. But yeah. A good pan is key to your good eggs. I'm using 2 eggs. These are large eggs. I will just simply crack in as I make a mess. And my secret ingredient is actually a teaspoon of milk. For these 2 eggs, I'm just going to use a teaspoon of milk. And if you're non-dairy, then you can use water. And you can use a frother, or you can just go old school and use a fork. You want to really incorporate as much air into your eggs as possible, and really don't overbeat them, but really whip in the air. I like to use a non-stick pan, which this is a great one, and it's non-Teflon coating. I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of butter because I don't add any salt or pepper or anything else to my eggs, but I do add a little tiny bit of butter. If you want to incorporate some cooking spray, you can do cooking spray. That's up to you, no judgment, but I will use a little bit of butter. Give those eggs another good whipping right before you pour them into the skillet, just to make sure that air is incorporated in. And you need to start working those eggs right away because we don't want the brown bottom. And to see how these eggs are already cooking, what I don't like to do is I don't like to scorch the bottom, and so I pull the eggs into the center. And I kind of hold my pan up away from the heat and just allow them to cook. And as it cooks, I pull it into the center. So my eggs are not directly on the heat any longer. And if you need to flip them, you can flip them. Look how beautiful! What? Those eggs are beautiful. Look at how fluffy and beautiful those are. And turn your heat off. And you can flip them again if you need to. And we're done. If you want to add some cheese to your eggs, definitely do so. If you see a little piece of it that is not completely cooked, just flip it over onto the pan. The pan is still hot. It will continue to cook your eggs. Do not, what I don't do is I don't put it back on here on this hot I will sit it off to the side until one that is cool. So that way, or go ahead and put it into a serving dish so that your eggs do not continue to cook. They're still hot, so they're going to cook on their own, continue to, but don't sit it back on the pan or else you'll have that ugly brownness onto your eggs. And that is it, my friends. And that's it, guys. I love to pair my eggs with smoked salmon and a little bit of fruit, and that for me is a complete meal. I can have this for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Amazing. So that is how I make my super fluffy eggs. Y'all, the eggs are so good. I hope that you all enjoy them as much as my family does. Don't forget to like, subscribe. So good. And leave a comment if you tried the eggs. Let me know. And let me know, when did you eat them? For breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner, brunch-inner. All right, see y'all in the next one. So good.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us